So this is a page I put together for Seesaw, and this is something I do for professional development. Seesaw, you can create different classes. I have professional development, my regular classroom that I teach in, and I have a science one in there as well. And these are all the things that I can do. So this is like the toolbar. In the feed view are what appears as the kids do their work. And this, of course, remember that this was staff doing this. So you can put in pictures. The kids like it because they can like and you can comment on each other's work. Over here you can see all the kids in the class. You can turn this feature off so the kids don't have to see or can't see each other's work, but I like to leave it on there so that they can comment. I can flag this if that I would like to use this as a tool to show parents at parent-teacher conference time. I can put it in a separate folder. This is the folder that it's in right now. I can add more folders to it. This one I can add it to my blog for the class, and I just hit publish, and that's how fast it goes to the blog. Over here I have some more choices of what I can do. I can edit the people that are tagged where, edit the folders, edit the date it was completed. I can copy and edit. This one's great for if you want to assign kids some work, giving them a basis of what to start with. Then they can go in, grab yours, copy it, edit it, and they can do pretty much anything with it before they share it back to their own. You can share the item, you can download it, you can get an item QR code, which would then, they can scan the QR code and it would go right to that content and only that content. And you can print a very cool flyer that you could post around your room. And this is kind of what it looks like. So if I have them doing some fun movies, you can see that it prints this lovely picture of the first screen shot. You can add some notes here before you print it, and if they scan this, it will take to the video or whatever work that they finished. This is the feed view, so these are all different things that have been inserted. Some questions that students have asked of me that I could then respond to by leaving a comment. What other kinds of things are the students allowed to do? And I can post. I can go to a specific student's list, so it would only show me Betty's work. I can look at the calendar to see what date these items were made, and we have a whole bunch back here, but we have 82 items on this date. I can then also look at my blog, and there's right now just one thing there because I didn't set up the blog for this one. But then you could share this little URL with anybody you wanted to share it with, and that generally takes out all the names from the students unless you leave one in the comment section. It will show parent last names in this part if you have the parents commenting back. The great thing about Seesaw though is this button, and if there are anything in the class that has not been approved, every post that is made has to be approved by the teacher first, and it would show up here as red that I have approved items or unapproved items, and I would have to go through and check every single one that goes through. And that includes every comment that parents make, as well as every student. It gets seen by me before it goes into that feed view. I can click on add an item here, or I can click on add an item here. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Now I have Chrome open. Seesaw works better in Chrome to add. So all I have to do is click the add button, and then in these I can do whatever they say here. I can add a picture from a file, or it works best on iPad, I prefer, and they can just go right from the camera on the iPad and take a picture of anything, their worksheet, their experiment they're working on, anything like that. They can start a video and just take video right in Seesaw. They can add a drawing. They can do a link that you've already copied, like if you wanted to put a thing link or a video from YouTube, you just copy the link prior to hitting that button and it will automatically copy. You can click a note or you can upload a file. And on iPad, this one is different because you can add a picture from your camera roll here as well. So I can click drawing and I can choose my color. I can choose what size I want to draw with. I can also erase. So I can draw my picture. What's nice on iPad is that I can also be recording my voice as I am drawing. So sometimes I have my kids talk about their drawings as they're drawing it as well. And then you click green. Green means that you can, you're done with that part. Once they're finished with this, they have other choices that they can do down here as well. They can add audio, drawing, add some more drawing, or create a caption for it. And then click the green button again, and then they decide who they want to share that with. Usually I have them pick their own name. I'm in as the teacher right now, so I'm kind of assigning it as somebody, but I can do that to any kid. I can do it to everyone. I can just pick a few kids. I can have this as a group. It just depends on how you want to set that up. And then you can choose what folder it goes into. You can choose a new folder. I don't want a new folder. Sorry. This one, green button. And the item is uploaded into the feed view. So if you have a student that is just named classwork or something like here too, you could add it to them as well. And obviously it wouldn't go to be needing to be approved because I'm the teacher, so I'm putting that in there. You can have a note and it gives them lined paper and they just type, and again green button and it would take them to, I can then read what I've written. I can add some more text and assign it to everybody. You don't have to pick a folder to put it in, but you can. If I don't click a student, I don't believe you have to click a student either. So it would just go into the feed view. So sometimes you can have them look that way. And that way, parents, if they're connected, they will get an email or notification every time something is posted to their student. So sometimes you want to skip that step as well. Let's see. I can upload anything that is these file types. You can put in different things too. There's nothing really in here, so here's some Snagit maybe. No.
Yeah, bring it down here.
Cancel. But it gives you the idea. I usually do this from iPad. So I can take a picture. They can't do it because there's no camera on this one, but iPad is the best way to go. Let's go back here. Okay. Then under this, I can also manage my class. So this gives me your class names, grade levels. You can manage, so if you have a cooperating teacher, you could have them in as the co-teacher as well, and they would get the messages to approve, or they can look at everything there. So you could do it with principals too, but they don't want to get all those emails. There's a sign-in mode that you can change on shared devices or one-to-one devices. You can manage your students here, and here is where I put in this list of student names. You can also have these cute little icons and you can change those, or you can add a student's photo as well that you can have there.
It's up to you. You don't have to today.
And then you can connect
It's up to you if you want.
parents here too, and as long as you click this button, if you clicked invite parent, they will see their approved items and only their items. And
Everybody's different. I don't want to put any pressure.
you can get parent invites by email or by handout. The handouts are really nice because it gives them a QR code and it connects right to their students. You don't have to approve them or anything. They scan it and they click accept, and basically they're in and done. And you can do that anytime if this will load here. So it gives you some teacher's instructions what to do. And when you send this home, Betty Rebel, she gets this and you can see just their work as it comes through. They will be able to see any other students' comments or anything like that too at that point. And then we have, you can manage the likes or comments. You can turn that off. I like to keep it on there. The kids have fun with it. New comments require approval. That would be on for students. This one's a teacher account, so every comment that the student writes would be seen by myself as well. Then we have students can see each other's work. If I turn that off, it would kick everybody out and this part would disappear for them. They wouldn't see that anymore. Any new items require approval, so if I know that, I just leave this one on all the time, but if you want to trust them about what they would post, you could turn that off. You can turn this off as well, that they can't edit anything, but I like to share the work with the kids. Here's where you can determine what the parents can see and what they can do, what your class blog is going to look like, whether the students can do that. I keep that one off. I'm in control of that one. The settings, some appearance, you can view it. You can connect to other blogs, so if you find a classroom across the world that's using it, you can connect to them too, and the kids can be looking at the connected classrooms as well and having conversations that way. Folders, this is where you add different folders, and you can change all the colors and that kind of stuff. You can figure out where you would save to, reset the class close. You can get rid of the class or archive it to come back to it later on. So that's pretty much my favorite things about Seesaw. And there is a great Twitter group on Thursday nights, every other Thursday night, that you can get help from new teachers. And there is a Twitter group as well as a Google Plus group as well. All right, thank you.